Hey guys, what's up? It's Arlie, and I figured I would do a vlog thing. Welcome to my yard. First of all, I should start with that. I figured I would do a vlog. I joke a lot about how, like, I'm a botanist. I'm so knowledgeable about plants. But I've never actually showcased, like, my garden or anything that I know. And I figured it would just be, like, a fun thing to do, you know, like compared to all the video game stuff we do, maybe just another little something about me, and go through and kind of just do a very, very brief run through of the stuff that I work on in the background that has nothing to do with the channel, but that you guys might be interested in. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple of my little garden plots and maybe explain a little bit of it to you, describe it, if you will, and you guys can all go in the comments and be like, that's so pretty, or wow, you're a terrible gardener, you've been lying to us this whole time. And and it's very early in the morning, by the way. It's like 7 a.m. and I've just been up all night, and I don't know why. My sleep schedule's completely fucked. But so I'm not trying to be too loud out here because I do have neighbors. Right? But anyway, so I'll start with the furthest end of my garden, which actually leads out into the alley of my house. And it has nothing in it except for a bunch of... there's a bee. I always hate it when you ever hate when you get that buzzing in your ear and you don't know if it's a bee or a fly, so you just immediately smack your face as hard as you can. Yeah, I do that a lot as a gardener, and it's probably always flies, but you know what? You can't be too safe. I've been stung in the ear as a kid, and it's scarred me ever since. Anyway, this is a bare plot of land. Now, you might think that's really boring, but I actually just redid it. It's weird, and there's a plane, and that's gonna fuck up my voice, but that's okay. This is actually a part of our property that for some reason got separated when they built the fence, so it's a completely viable plot of land, and I got a couple of pumpkin plants down there, if you could see my finger, and then some Japanese grasses that'll get bigger over time, and this whole thing I'm turning into a wildflower prairie. I ordered a bunch of seeds, and you can kind of see there's a bunch of little seedlings down here just starting to come up. I got some butterfly plants like milkweed right here. That's a nice one coming up. Flaxseed, which is good, or alfalfa actually, not flaxseed. Anyway, it's a whole variety of like 20 different prairie plants that I planted seeds just a few weeks ago, and I'm hoping that the roots establish by the time winter comes. We got about 2.5 months left, maybe 3 months, depending on how hot it gets in the fall. And hopefully that means all of that will bounce back next year and be this beautiful, you know, fully blooming prairie. This plot is an already fully blooming prairie, kind of. This is the amazing kind of things you can do with a box of seeds from the dollar store. Excuse me. Basically, all I did was buy like a few packets of wildflower seeds, but mostly this was just a box. Like you can see there's all different kinds of like black-eyed Susans in there, and mallow plants, which I really like. Forget-me-nots. These are so pretty. I love this blue color. What else? Bachelor's buttons. I think these are also called cornflowers. I'm not sure. That one lost a lot of its petals already. This one's got a little bit of red on it. That makes me so happy. And then there's some sunflowers that the weather kind of had their way with. As you can see, they're kind of topped off here, but they will flower again before the end of the year, I assure you. And this big guy's a big elephant ear plant, which I got from it was a bulb. This wasn't part of the packet. Elephant ears are expensive. You gotta you gotta buy those separately, unfortunately. I have a vegetable garden here with my guard owl. It's not a scarecrow, it's a scare owl. And it scares away the rodents. And I got tomato plants. If you can see, they're kind of ripening up nicely. Those should be ready within, I don't even know, this one's pretty big, maybe another week or two. I got carrots, I got beets. If I can zoom in. Yeah, I can zoom in. Nice. Another elephant ear. I got a little fig tree that's supposed to be like, I don't know, fig trees are subtropical, but I guess this variety is supposed to be like a Chicago hardy fig tree. So, you know, I followed the branding and I was like, oh cool, it should be hardy for Chicago. And what else? I got like beans in here somewhere. I've got watermelon, which aren't really growing that fast. I think this one's a watermelon. I'm not sure. This is something that Dot planted. It's a passion vine, not passion fruit, but I think it's just called a purple passion vine, and it just flowered. It's got all these nice little dandelion looking flowers on it. I got a little olive tree. And this is some kind of bonsai that really actually grew bigger than a bonsai should. But I have no idea what kind it is. And then I got all these black-eyed Susans over here. These are really good for the butterflies and bees, which I'm a huge fan of. I also have these which already stopped blooming. They're called Culver's Root, but they have spikes of frilly white flowers. Wow, it's been so wet in Chicago. I got mushrooms growing. Can you see that? Yeah, a lot of, because I use a lot of mulch, a lot of mushrooms pop up when it rains a lot, and we've gotten a lot of rain in Chicago. These are some purple cone flowers. These are what I call goldenrod, because that's what they're called, and they have not flowered yet, but that's okay because they're super late summer flowering. Let's see, this is a tropical grass, of which I have no idea what the name is. But it's really pretty, and it grows in real tall. I also don't know what the name of this is. I think it's Veronica or Speedwell or something like that. It's a really tall, nice purple, powdery blue flower. Over here, you're not going to be able to hear me because there is an air conditioning unit right over here. This is mint and Russian sage, and this is called chocolate Joe Pye weed, which is like a dwarf variety of a type of butterfly plant. And I'm gonna rush over. I got this pathway that I put in with my bare feet with a bunch of succulents and cactuses and stuff in it. And then actually just the other day, and I built this pathway too. It's really cheap if you want to build a pathway. Just go to Lowe's, Home Depot or something and buy some pebbles and rocks. It's really not that bad. And then I got all of these on clearance at Lowe's. These are actually little sage bushes and butterfly bushes, and then a big tall grass called a pampas grass. And these actually get super tall, up to like 6 or 7 feet, and they have giant plumes of grass seed. And then these are nice pretty pink butterfly bushes. I got all my little animals in there because why not, right? This little guy represents my deceased dog of 2 years ago. He kind of watches over my garden with his little lantern. Isn't that adorable? I got a whole bunch of hostas. I'm sure you guys have seen these. They're all over. They are super like common suburban shade plants that people love to flood everywhere. And then let's see, I got 3 minutes left on my recording, and these are all very colorful plants called Caladium. They all come in different shades of white, pink, and red, and green. Depending on the variety you get, they're related to elephant ears to an extent. But I got so many different colors. I bought like a variety pack at Costco, and this is what I got, was just a ton of different colors, and I had no idea what was going to come up. This is my biggest and most well-off elephant ear. As you can see, it's huge. I'll put my hand by it. It's very big. It also has this cool way of retaining little pools of water because the leaves are completely water resistant. So they just pool in little droplets on the leaf. It's really cool. Whew. What else do we got? Now we have my front yard, and I don't know, it's kind of boring, I guess. I mean, I haven't done too much with it yet. I really need to redo it. I got some more black-eyed Susans, milkweed for the monarch butterflies. I've got a kiwi vine that has yet to flower. I got some evergreen shrub. I have no idea what it is. I found it somewhere. But I got some red barberry bushes. Back there, it's a plant called a 9-bark. I just got it. It's like I don't know. It was a deal at Lowe's, but I guess it has really pretty white flowers in the spring, and they grew really big. But this one's young. This is my prized banana tree of like 3 years. Yes, it's not as big as a banana tree because every time I bring it in the winter, it stunts its growth, but it's doing really well this summer in the humidity we're having. And then over here, I have a coffee tree. And these guys both come in for the winter and they kind of stop growing, but then as soon as I bring them out in the spring and summer, they really bounce back into it. And then over there, if you can see, I'll zoom in, I have this little plot out by the parkway that has what are called cannas, which are the red ones in the middle, and coleus, which are surrounding the edge, which are really pretty annual plants. And the cannas in the middle I actually cut down and dig up the roots every year, store them inside, and then bring them outside. They're not they don't come back every year like perennials, but you can still do that to save them. But yeah, anyway, that is it. And I'm almost out of video. I got 20 seconds left. So I'm just going to turn this around and say, hey, here I am again. Thanks for watching this odd little vlog that I decided to do. It's going to be choppy. It's going to be weird and you know, all over the place. But hopefully you have learned something about me. So thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.